Alright, this is episode 2 of Do's and Don'ts by Disbanded. We're going to go over the brood fight. And essentially we have a damn near a tutorial on how to do brood in the first part, and then a completely how not to do brood in the second half. And then a couple extra polls showing some of the same stuff.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, right here basically, it'll flip around here in a second, but you're looking at these 3 eggs. You got the green hat right under Berserk, and then underneath my UI here. The layout is the exact same on, I guess, 3 parts of the whole platform. We usually do 2, and then he dies in like the beginning of the 3rd. These things hurt. The swirlies, do not stand in them. They hurt like hell. I think it's magic damage, but yeah, if you stand in one of those, you take a lot of damage and possibly die if you take probably 2. But you can see right here, we're going for this egg, and this egg. So you're going to get 4. Everybody knows this or should know this by now. We're going to get 4. You only need 3. You don't want this one. You don't want this one. You want these 3 closest eggs to the boss. The eggs that we pop are always going to be within pretty close range of the boss. Minus the very last one is kind of weird. They're spread out a bit. But these first 2 are right next to the boss. So you can cover it. You can, as long as you don't get anything extra, you're good to go. You're going to want to focus the worm, because the worm does a cast, and if you see poison burst, poison cloud, something like that, you want to kick that, interrupt it, stun it, whatever you got. But you don't want that cast to get off on the worm specifically. And then let's go a little bit further. For this is the easiest one, because the boss is right in the middle of all 4 of these. Sometimes the tail covers up this one or this one if the tank's got him a little weird, but you should be able, if you're zoomed out or whatever, you should be able to see this whole thing. You should be able to see all 4 eggs. You got little guys here, big guy. I think that's a worm, and another big guy. I think he went to go ping these. Webs also, you just want to like get them out. You don't, because they'll root people in place for like 10 seconds, I think, until they get dispelled. So I think even I screwed that up on one of these here. Is you don't want to get, you just want people out of your circle. So here we got the eggs. Everyone spreads out. Someone's here already. Someone's here already. Someone pings here. He's already going. And someone's in the back. All 4 covered. Good to go. They all pop. Kill that worm.
That's over, everything goes.
There's also parasites that infest people. So I think right here, actually, I screw up the web. I get Mickey. So I needed to move out more. Or just somewhere without someone in it. Essentially here, you've got these parasites going over. They infest you, and once they get to you, they basically give you a debuff, and then it counts down, and then you'll pop out, I think, 2 or 3 more of these parasites. So if you're not killing the parasites fast enough, you're going to get overwhelmed. So if you're ranged, especially sitting out here, and you've got a parasite on you, you need to bring that in here to get cleaved down. So that way, either it's going to die before it infests you, or you're going to pop the infestation with a couple more parasites, and they're going to die immediately. But if you're out here in the middle of nowhere, you're just going to get more and more parasites on you. Actually, let's go back real quick. This is the weird one, because, and it's the same thing on both sides. You've got here, 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 and here for eggs. It's like a line in the back, and this is like the 3rd pop of like phase of the one side, or the first side. I say we did this damn near perfect. Like, this is pretty much a tutorial video on how to do this right here. Everybody goes right where they need to. No confusion. Webs get out. Everybody's good to go. Kill the worm. And this whole side's done. Also, just to explain the fight really quick, a little bit easier. Oh, the very beginning here. This is a vial, basically, and this thing breaks and starts seeping out the purple shit. And as the purple stuff gets to these eggs, it empowers them. And then you've got, like, an extra, like, hard-hitting group of mobs that come out of this. So if you don't get the pop off, this is going to spread out to this whole side, and then it's going to hit the egg and empower it. So that's why we die.
We're good.
This is not necessarily that we're getting over. It's these things are strong as shit, and if you get more than one, if you miss more than 1 or 2 eggs, you're gonna get all these crazy empowered things. So back to where we were. So like I said, this thing, that's all it does. It seeps out from this vial, and any eggs it touches, they get empowered. So we don't want that. But this side, damn near perfect. We ran this like a straight up, like I said, a tutorial video. Like, this was great. And then you're going to literally do the same thing. There's 3 basically sides with the exact same layout for eggs. And there's the vial and all that. And there's just like 3 sections essentially. And you're just going through each section until he dies. And that's literally, we just did that's the whole fight. We just did it. Literally textbook.
Super clean work on the ads on that one.
And then right here, Edgar ruined it. I'm blaming Edgar for this. Because he literally called us out and said, hey, super clean ads on that phase, guys. And then this happens. So this is Edgar's fault. I'm blaming him.
Find your egg.
Festering scythe.
So right here we had 3 people on 1 egg. And then we've got this one. And there's one over here. This one that gets popped. This one should be covered. These 2, I think it's Neo here, thinks that she's going to stay, like that she's got it covered. But she's saying that these 2 nobody went to this one at all. So she sees that one as not being covered. And these 2 are here, so she's like, fuck it, I'm getting it. And then nobody gets this egg.
Okay, we got an egg. It's gonna be short.
So we got the worm, we got the little guys, we didn't get the big one. So what's going to happen there is that this vial is going to break or whatever, and the purple stuff's going to come out, and it's going to touch that, and we're going to get an empowered guy that's going to hit like super hard. Also, another thing that I think a lot of people, I think Mickey wasn't even running these either. Plater. It's an add-on called Plater. And you can download profiles. The one I've been using is called Jundies, Jundies. You can find it just with a search, Jundies Plater. And it's part of the add-on. And it just changes this stuff. So casters and things that you need to stun or kick are blue. Things that have like empowerment type of enrage effects are like deep, like dark red.
One was on it and left.
Things like that.
So if you're on your...
So if you like, it makes it so like especially mythics, raids, anything like anything. Hey, I need to interrupt this. That'll be nice and a big nice blue in the cast bar when it starts casting will light up for you that needs to be stunned. So if you're not using something like that and you don't know what to stun or interrupt or whatever, that thing will show you everything in the game that has that effect. But anyway, here we are doing the 4 again. We did the 3, messed up the 1. That's about to get empowered.
On an egg and no one...
And we're back to the 4. It's the exact same pattern as the other side. The boss is dead in the middle. And you get 1, 2, 3. And he's kind of under the tail here. It's kind of hard to see. Sometimes that's just positioning a little bit. But otherwise, here's your 4. So this needs to get out. I try and not get it on somebody. Somebody dispels it from me. Cool. I didn't actually notice that I had the debuff for a second there. Thankfully, I was in my horse. But I'm not sure what happened here. Because we got 1, 2, 3. And didn't get this one. I don't know if we we might not have seen it because the boss's tail was on it. That happens. But if you're like, just in general, you should know that there's 4 all around him.
So,
And then we got the 3 again. You gotta kick that. That needs. Well, we were dead, so never mind. Never mind. We were dead.
One more try, then we go.
But we went from literal tutorial to like about as about as bad as you can get in one pull, which is kind of funny. But here's the same thing. Beginning of the fight. I think this is the next pull. You got your 1, 2, 3rd egg. We got the pops there. What happened here? Let's go. Okay, we had one person here. I think two people went to this egg. One was here, and then one was running over here. Again, when it comes to like the shortest distance between anything is a straight line. Instead of going like up and around stuff, you can go straight through the boss. They ain't gonna hurt you. Just go straight through, get to where you need to. And it was so close, but not quite. So again, this vial is gonna leak, and purple shit's gonna come out and empower that. And then just kind of speeding it up to the next eggs. So you can see right there, it pops. It's nice. See how it's purple? It's empowered. It hits a lot harder. It's got, I don't know if it's got I think it has some sort of like damage. Like it takes more to kill it or something. But again, let's see that we got right here. Same as that pattern. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we got everybody on their eggs. Got 1, 2. Someone's on. I don't think anyone's on this one. And 2 people are on this one. So at the same time, they both split. I'm not sure why someone's coming here because this one's already covered. That was the right idea because no one was covering, so this should have stayed. But I'm not sure why they went this, seeing because I was already there. There's no reason to leave for at least one person. But that's the whole fight.
4, 3,
And again,
2,
we did this first
1.
one. This could be a tutorial video. We did this perfectly. So it went so right and then went so wrong. But that's the fight. And that's, I think we do it, like I said, 2.5 times. And then ovi'nax should be dead.